Hello and welcome to Discover Talent. I am Vinod and today we are going to explore one of the most powerful feature in MS Excel, which is pivot table. Okay, in pivot table, this is the pivot table, right? In this practical, we will use realistic supply chain data set with shipments, cost, carriers and delivery times. This will show you how businesses in logistics analyze their data and make decisions quickly. So without further ado, let's quickly start. So first of all, we'll start with a basic understanding about this data set. Again, this data set is a raw data set. We just a dummy data set, I would say rather. If in case you wish us to cover any other topic in terms of data set, okay, feel free to drop your comment in below section. Public safety, procurement, okay, networking, calling, okay, just give us an idea. So in the upcoming series, we can cover those. So let's come back to the topic. Each row represents a shipment. You can see columns for order ID like this, region, okay, carrier, product, shipment cost, delivery days and order date. Okay, at first glance this looks like a wall of numbers, but with pivot tables we will turn this into a meaningful insights. How to do it, I'm gonna show you this Excel series. Okay folks, so first rule, make sure your data is clean. Okay, if you observe over here, okay, every column has a clear header, which means order ID, so on and so forth, right? I'll just double click over here, so it will give you a glance. This is the clear headers I have available. There are no blanks available, right? So every cell is been filled, or there is a no NA error, no value error, okay? Even there is a no blanks. The data types are consistent, okay? Every time you have to check, just select this, you are selecting this data type properly, okay? If in case it's not done, just do it properly, yeah? This is the number, so I just say number and I'll remove this as well. This is a cost, so here I will just say this is as a cost, and again this is the number, so I will ensure that this is the number, and I'll just decrease this digits, which is decimals, which I don't really require. Cool. Once you're done with this, to make our job easier, let's convert this data into a proper Excel table. Okay, you can either press Ctrl T over here, okay, or maybe in here Excel itself, insert ribbon tab, there is an option called table. You can simply click here. Okay, why we are pressing a Ctrl T? It's a shortcut key. If you see it over here, if I hover my mouse, you can see Ctrl T is basically create a table to organize and analyze your data. Cool. So I'll just simply press Ctrl T over here, and then you can see this table has been popped up, and it's showing me my table has a header, right? So I just simply hit a OK button, and I got this specific table over here. Create our pivot table. Click anywhere in the data set in UPS and go into a insert ribbon tab here, and then click on the pivot table option. Okay, so this is range has been automatically selected because our data set into a table. Okay, let me just cancel this first, and then you can see in table design our table name is this. If I say logistic, okay, so this is my table name now, and if I go here again insert and pivot table, you can see the name is been reflected over here, right? So entire range has been selected automatically. Okay, now Excel will ask where to place it. Choose new worksheet. Simply say this or maybe existing. You can add this pivot table here as well, but this time we are just selecting this new worksheet and hit a OK. And now you can see pivot table field list on the right hand side, which is this. Usually you can see this has been added like this. Okay. In your case, this specific view can be a different. Okay. This can be like this, or maybe sometimes like this, okay, or maybe like this. Okay, views can be anything, but the intent is same. Okay, so for me, my view looks like this. Okay, you can change this view from here. Okay, and A to Z. I just say A to Z. This will help us to drag and drop our fields in this specific section. Okay, so understand the pivot table interface first. This is where the magic happens. Okay, we have a 4 sections available, which means your row, columns, values, and filters. Rows means this specific field, what categorize we want to see. Okay, column, how we want to break it down, data side by side. Here, values, the numbers we want to calculate, which is this. Okay, and last but not the least, it's the most important, filters, a way to focus only on a part of the data. Okay, let's answer a simple business question. What is the total shipment cost by region? Okay, so I will drag region into rows, which is this, into this. Okay, and I will drag shipment cost into our values, which is this, into values. Okay, like that Excel instantly shows us total cost per region, which is this, right? No formulas, no effort, just drag and drop. Sort this list. Okay, just right click here, simply I'll just say right click, and here click on this sort option, and then just say largest to smallest, because the largest value will be the top and the smallest will be the bottom. That way we can see the region with a highest shipping cost first, and to make it more professional, I will right click the numbers, format cells, and I will make that as a currency, if in case we haven't provided that. Okay, you can do it in this way as well, value field setting, number format. Okay, and we can simply add the number formatting like this. Okay, suppose the currency is changed. Okay, we can just simply add this as a currency and hit OK. You can see the changes which will done automatically, right? This is our own requirement. Okay, I'll just do a Control Z over here because we don't really require that. Next, let's see how much each carrier contributes within each region. Okay, I will drag carrier into a columns. Now carrier into columns. Now we can see FedEx, DHL, and UPS broken down by region. Right? For logistic managers, this is very powerful. Okay, if you are into a supply chain domain specific to logistic, this is a very important data set for logistic managers to understand that. Right? Suppose management wants to focus only on electronics shipment. That time, what we can do is to simply say product into a filters and then choose electronics from the drop down. So I just say electronics and then you can see the result then here, right? And instantly the pivot table updates to show only electronics shipment. We can also track delivery performance. Let's remove shipment cost from the values. Just remove this. Now I will add delivery days into our values, which means delivery days into our values like this, right? By default, Excel shows us a sum, which is this. You can see here, sum. But that doesn't make sense here. I will right click and summarize values by average. Just click here, right? And you can see summarize value by average, which is this, and hit OK. Right? Now we see the average delivery time per region. Cool. Data is useful, but visuals make it even clearer. A pure chart, I will go into an insert here and then column chart. Simply click on this column chart, any column chart, just simply click here, right? Now we can instantly compare shipment cost by region side by side, right? Like this visualization will help us to make this report more interactive. Let's add a slicer. Okay, click inside the pivot, which is this. Okay, insert slicer option. Here I will just say this option, pivot table analyze at the top, and I'll click on this insert slicer. Okay, so when I click on this insert option, I will just simply click here, choose carrier. It's my carrier. This is the carrier for you. Right? And I will ensure that I will just remove this filter because I want every things to be shown over here. I will just remove that filter.
I'll hit OK. Great. So this is the overall data for me. I'll close it for now since we have added a slicer over here. I'll arrange it like this. Okay. So I have just now arranged this, and what you can do, you just have to hide this because it's not really required, and you can write very nice glance, okay? Or maybe you can just simply click here, change the design, format legend. I will just keep this in top, and this columns, this rows, I don't really require this grid lines. Just delete that. I'll just turn this data labels on over. Great. So this is the visualization. I have it with me. Cool. Now, if I click on DHL, which is this, the entire pivot table and the chart update instantly. This is a great for creating a dashboards. We can also add a timeline for order date. So we can filter shipments by month. In case we wish to add a timeline, okay, you can just simply click here, order date. And this is the timeline what you have. You can just insert this timeline as well. Okay. Since we have a very less data set, okay, this will not give us the overall picture because we have the less data. However, whatever data we have, okay, suppose this kind of a data, okay, it is in Jan only, Jan 2023, so we are getting this data. However, if we have the larger data set like this, February, March, so on and so forth, right? So this timeline will really help us. Okay, since we are just on a demo purpose, we have added this, so this will give you the overall idea. So calculated field is one of the most important field, okay, in the MS Excel folks. So what I'm gonna do over here is I'll just simply control press this, and then I'll just move it like this, the right hand side, and here I will simply add a calculated field. Sometimes manager want profit instead of cost. Okay, so let's say revenue is 20% higher than shipment cost. Go to pivot table analyze here, and then fields item sets, which is this. Okay, there is an option called calculated field. Simply click here. Okay, and here I will just say name it as a profit. For your case, say profit because my manager want to see this data profit, and here I will enter a simple formula. Suppose we close this, which is my shipment cost, okay, into 1.2. This is the calculation I have added over here. Now we have a new column showing a profit. Okay, as soon as I hit OK, you can see the profit ratio right over here. Click OK, so this field is automatically get added over here. So here we just have to simply click here, remove this particular field because we don't really require that right now. We just remove this average delivery days and simply put a profit over here, and this is the profit ratio for me, right? This is the overall value. If a new shipments arrive tomorrow, okay, no problem, just paste them into a below table and right click the pivot table and add a choose refresh button. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, suppose I have added a new shipment over here. It is 1011, and we'll call this as a south, and intentionally I'm just saying this as a discover talent. Okay, so another product here, and here I will say clothing, and we'll add a costing over here randomly, and this time I will keep this as a second, which is 14 pay. Okay, so once my entry is added in this table, I will just click here, and you can see the region is not really reflecting over here. You just have to right click over here. Okay, simply right click and refresh it. That region is automatically is here because east, north, south and west. Okay, what we have selected is south, so this is already inside this. To check that, what we can do, simply add a carrier at the bottom. Okay, so this you can see here, right? So I can just say this at the bottom. At south, I have this discover comment like this. Cool. So this is how you can check the data set and analyze your data basis your own requirement. Okay, and whatever values you added at the backend, okay, those will automatically get changed into your slicer, okay, your entire chart and your timeline view. Okay, if I want to check only for Feb, I have this Feb data. Okay, if in case Jan, I have this entire Jan data, right? So there is no Feb data available over, right? So on and so forth. Don't updates instantly and build once used for whatever. Started with raw shipment data, 10 simple rows, and built a dashboard that answers the key questions: cost by region, delivery times, carrier performance, and even profit. Okay? That's the true power of pure table. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure subscribe to Discover Talent for more lessons on Excel and other essential skills. I am Vinod. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next session.
You